And we are back here at the TSF Entertainment, coming back again for our first thoughts on Power Book Ghosts Season 3, Episode 305. No more second chances. First thoughts. We are joined by none other than the man himself. I am Retro CG. What is going on, bro?
I am Retro CG, and I am in the building.
In the building,
And
you
this is the
thoughts.
first season. It is season 3. It has taken us to season 3 for me to be excited about actually watching this installment of Power. Raising Cain is still my favorite, but still, I digress. The episode is episode 305, No More Second Chances. A business deal takes Tariq, Brayden, and Effie, how convenient, to Milan. Monet digs a little deeper after Davis provides her with that file he gave her last week regarding Zeke's unaliving. Sax double downs to try to find out what's going on with Zeke. Oh, excuse me, not Zeke, but with Jenny. So, what did you think about the episode?
Loved it.
I
It was
love
a good
it too.
episode. Like
Good episode.
it definitely was a good episode. It's kind of crazy because for this to be the 5th episode, like it hasn't been no like down like because most like Power before or even Ghost before, like it's always normally an episode where like they just go down and it feel like it's a wasted episode, and then they kind of pick back up once they get near the end. This one is almost like they are going full throttle on this season. Like we are on the 5th already, and we are just getting back to back, back to back action, and just cuts and everything. Like it's so much. So it's crazy. It's crazy this season, for real. But I'm enjoying it though.
I'm enjoying it too, yo.
I'm definitely enjoying it. So, but before we get more into it, we're going to hit you with this intro, and then we will be right back to give y'all our first thoughts. And we're back.
And we
So,
are back. So I feel like we got here real fast. Episode 5 already? Like we're halfway through the season.
halfway through the season, and now I'm just trying to figure out what can the rest of the season be, because it feel like we almost about to get ready to tell all of the story.
We've told all the story.
Yeah, and we're only in the 5th episode in.
We've told all the stories. So I think they're going to start opening up some new story arcs on the latter part of the season. I think maybe the first 5 episodes have been spent to try to close out some of the story arcs that we got introduced to in season 1 and season 2. But I feel like we got here so freaking fast. I feel like this should be episode 4, not 5. Like I feel like we got here so fast. And I don't know, maybe because we are getting here a lot faster, because in hindsight, when we first got introduced to Power, it was Saturday night going into Sunday. So we were starting the week off with Power. Now we're ending the week with Power. So it's like, from Thursday to Thursday, that comes real quick. That comes real quick. So maybe that's why we feel like we are getting here so fast. Because some of us, well, not me, but someone who will remain nameless, watches Thursday night at midnight. So, you got to wait till Friday afternoon to get, my first impression. So, maybe I'll start watching it on Thursday nights too. But maybe that explains why we're here. But some things about the episode I didn't like. Overall, I liked the episode. Overall, I did like the episode, but sometimes I get a little irritated with the cartoonish writing, because I feel like we actually just talked about this in Bel Air, but I feel like we write adult storylines for kids. Like this whole Tariq, Effie, and Brayden going to Milan in Italy. That just all that was just too
Yeah.
foolish for me. That was like watching Looney Tunes.
Not only that, I didn't feel like I would think like in a real scenario, in a real life situation, RSJ wouldn't have said, "Oh yeah, invite your plus one." He probably would have said like, "Tariq, yeah, you can come, but your plus, like, nah." That was
And for such a real important deal, a business deal, you take 3 interns, well, 2 interns and a girlfriend. And like, what value did Kiki bring to going on the trip? Like, I felt like she was there to be the chaperone. I felt like that's what she was there for, to bring to be the chaperone.
yeah.
And is it me, or did you get the feeling that Kiki held on to Brayton's phone the entire time?
Of course.
I felt like
I don't
she
think
had
Brady
that
ever got the
phone.
phone back.
Yeah, I felt like she had the phone the entire time. Like, I felt like when she showed up to Tariq and Lauren's room, she was trying to get it back to him then and confront him about those Bitcoin transactions.
Either that or she was hitting him up and he wasn't answering. The same way, you know what I'm saying? Like when Tariq was hitting him up and he wasn't answering. I feel like, and I was just like, I
Point.
didn't even, when it dropped, I was like, come on, bro. I was like, unless you got 2 phones, like, I get it. You put, because I was like, yo, he put his AirPods in. So I was like, if your phone dropped and you walked off, by a certain point, your music or whatever you listening to should have cut off.
Yeah. Or you will be getting your notifications, like your messages read to
Yeah.
your ear from
Yeah,
AirPod.
you would hear like coming to your ear. I mean,
Yeah.
unless I think if you got your phone on vibrate, it don't come to. But it sounded like the notification was on, so it's
Yeah.
like, yo, you should have known something, but you should have felt something. Your pockets get lighter. That like, yo,
Monet is a Black Widow spider. Beware.
I'm going to save my comments in full on Monet for the recap, but she's also sloppy.
She's very sloppy.
I'm
And
just
I know
gonna
Miss
say that.
Honey is going to have a fit with me on this, but I kind of felt sorry for Lorenzo.
I don't know if I did fully, only because it was like she told him all this time, and I was thinking the same thing. Like, yo, maybe she had told him from Jump Street. I don't know if she would have, you know what I'm saying, did what she did, but I think it was the fact that he held on to this for so long. He lied, tried to do all this other stuff to take him out of it. I think that's what it was. But I didn't see Lorenzo going out like that though. For sure. But then at the same time, as soon as it happened, I was like, come on, man. It don't take a rocket science to put 2 and 2 together. I mean, they had the whole conversation on the porch. So I knew who it was immediately.
Sax is James Bond. Sax is James Bond. He's 007. He's the transporter. He's somebody. Sax is a super spy. He's like a SHIELD agent. Like, I don't understand how Davis is this big, fine time lawyer in New York and don't got cameras in his office. Dude literally walked into, there's nobody else in the office that sees Sax always going into Davis' office when he's not there.
Well,
and Davis, how unrealistic was it for you to take the keys and put them under your desk mat instead in front of Sax, instead of taking the keys and putting them in your pocket and leave?
When I saw
one
that
piece of paper that Sax looked at in this file is ominous enough for you to figure out, oh, he's got a file that he's not supposed. You have a file that you're not supposed to have right now, or you got an unredacted file. So, but the fact that Davis is a criminal defense attorney and he has a file, like, I don't feel like that was nefarious. I don't feel like that was enough for you to figure out that, you know, he was doing something illicit.
But I guess because it was Whitman had just died, so he was like,
Okay. That part. Okay.
and it was just like, yo, how he get this? You know what I'm saying? But I was with you. I'm with you on that, on the whole with the key thing, because I was thinking like, okay, he gonna take the key, and he put the key. I was like, bruh, like, why the hell would you put the key like right there in front of him? I was like, okay, that's stupid. I had already knew Sax was gonna try to run interference when it was time for them to go to see his brother.
So he can linger
But
back.
however, and I don't know if a lot of people peep this, and I probably should save it for the recap, and I'll probably bring it up again. But when Sax is in his office, and I believe that's when he's texting Jenny, there is I don't know if she's a secretary or whatever it is. She's out there typing, and she looks up when he's texting her. He's in his office, and you'll see her in the background. She looks up, like, with a mysterious face, like, okay, what's going on? But I'm with you on that. That's what's kind of making me think, like, I'm hoping Davis is like playing Sax, and he does have cameras in his office. Because if not, then Davis has got to be one of the most sloppiest lawyers out there. Like, he's just messy enough where he's just like, he
He's
don't
a
keep
sloppy
nothing.
conciliar. Yeah,
He don't keep nothing guarded.
Yeah, he don't
Because
keep
there's
nothing
no way.
guarded. And everything goes in that file cabinet. The burner phone, the file. Like, I feel like stuff like that you should keep on your person.
Yeah,
Yo,
you should keep that key on you.
yo. Gordo unaliving Lorenzo. That was unexpected, but I kind of knew that's what was getting ready to happen when he said, I feel like slit the person's throat that unalived my father. I was like, okay, that's a nugget. And I was like, okay, are they going to show us who did it? And they showed us who did it. I was like, whoa.
I knew.
Tariq finds out about Lauren. What?
Now that, okay, well, to go back to the Gordo, I knew that was going to happen because when they went to go see Evelyn, I felt then, I was like, okay, she's trying to set it up. It didn't work. And then they had their whole talk on the porch or whatever. I was like, okay, I see what she's trying to do when he made his last statement. So as soon as the way when Lorenzo was unalived, I said, oh, well, I know who did that. I was like, y'all don't even need to show his face, because I knew
we knew
from the conversation. I remember, I was like, okay, I know who did that. But the Lauren one caught me off guard.
It did for me too.
The text, I literally thought that was going to be Sax.
I knew it was Lauren because I remember the number from last week when they showed her texting Jenny. I said, that's the same number that was texting Jenny. Hello. I said, oh yeah, that's Lauren. But it was unrealistic how she got out of the house. Like,
and she got a box cutter.
She got a box cutter and dressed it all black.
Yeah, I'm like, this dude, like, if this is supposed to be the dude that's supposed to be this big drug kingpin, and he's supposed to be the one who had to hit out on you, you think that like a box cutter is gonna keep you safe?
And going to see him of all people, like, I thought she was gonna go try to see her parents or something.
But I guess maybe she felt like, I guess from Sax's words to her, she wanted to see for herself.
She wanted
Sax was the one who told her, like, yo, I was there when I told Tariq. He didn't have anything to do with it. He was really heartbroken that, he thought that you was unalive. So I think that's what pushed her. But yeah, I could say, like, the text, when I saw that, I was just like, oh, that's probably Sax. Sax probably about to tell him, like, hey, Lauren is such and such. But I wasn't expecting her.
Do we think that Sax is going to double back and start helping Tariq?
I'm on the fence, because it's like from the previews, I can't tell if he's going to help him, or if they're both going to help him, or like he's still going to use her to maybe, I don't know. I mean, because he still has it out for Tariq regardless. You know what I'm saying? But it's weird. I would have to see more. It's like he's kind of like considered, especially since he's playing both hands. It's almost like what is it that he can do? Because it's like while he's helping Jenny, he's also still working with Davis and all of them. And then it's like I'm pretty sure Davis and them probably have stuff on Sax, and then Sax is also worried about doing, that dirty work of messing up his career for Jenny.
Right.
So I'm not sure what he's going to. I'm not sure what he's going to do.
Especially
Maybe
since he
we'll
said
see.
his law license is in jeopardy with him trying to help her.
Yeah,
And like, you give me your ass to kiss. So I feel him on that.
maybe this is when Sax will turn dirty.
Yeah, maybe Sax is gonna turn dirty. That's what I was thinking. Effie, you fucked up. Effie, you fucked up. I don't think that it would have made much of a difference, but maybe it probably could. She had the opportunity. But I think it would have still been too late if when Tariq came back in and got into bed with her, and she's like, "Listen, I need to talk to you about something." And I'm like, "Okay, she's getting ready to finally, open up to him about what happened or whatever." I don't think that it would have mattered because at that point he had already found out. So
Yeah.
it would have been like, "Okay, are you doing this now because you suspect that I know?" But when she was like, "Oh, I just want to tell you I love you," like, huh? That was a missed
That threw me
opportunity.
off.
Effie, yeah, that threw me off too. I was like, Effie, you should have went ahead and came on out with it. Not that it would have mattered, but now Tariq's gonna ride this out for a little bit. We may see him confront them next week about it, but I feel like Tariq's gonna ride it out just a little bit until he figure out how he's gonna deal with the situation.
I think. Okay, I think if she would have, I don't think it would have changed that much, but I think it would have changed it somewhat because then at that point, he would have felt like, okay, well, you know what? She finally told me. I can't trust her 100%, but I can somewhat still trust her because she told me like, hey, this is what happened, etc. Like I've been trying to tell you this for the longest time, but I just didn't know how to tell you, know how to get it out. So I think it would have changed somewhat, but not that much. But her just saying, "I love you too." At that point, it was like, yeah, it's done. Like you can see the look on his face, like, oh, you still lying? Because he said to Lauren, both of them have been lying to me. So it was just like, so I think he was testing her at that point to see if she was going to tell him. And I feel like
Yeah,
next week he's going to do the same thing with Brayden. He's
yep,
going to test him to see if they're going to tell him about Lauren
yep.
because, like he thought Lauren was unalive like everybody else.
Yo, Diana's gonna have a come apart when she found out that her poppy is gone. Like, ain't no, Diana, you might as well just pack a little bag and be a runaway. You need to go ahead and file for emancipation or something because Monet finna drag your ass. Yo, Monet finna drag that girl.
She, I, but I thought in that scene which was crazy because I had already knew. I was like, as soon as Gordo sent that text, I was like, oh, I know who that's going to. But I thought in that scene where they got the text, I thought it was going to be revealed. Then I thought she was going to say something to them, like, oh my god, like I thought it was going. I just had a different type of reaction. I thought it was going to be a different type of reaction when she got that. But I guess she got to play it to where the police find them, whatever. But I just thought like that there. It was weird because it was just like after she got the text, she just looked at all of them and just like smiled, like you know what I'm saying. It was just
Mission
like
accomplished. Like mission accomplished.
yeah, it was just like, and it was just like, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how the family's supposed to be. So I don't know, but yeah, I think after you right, she might as well emancipate herself because after that, I think it. I mean, it's a done deal.
It's
Like
a
she
done
probably
deal.
gonna cut you off the family anyway.
Yo, I don't think we've seen the last of Evelyn's in her revenge. Like, mm, I think Evelyn did what needed to be done, but at the same time, I don't feel like Evelyn actually believed her.
Honestly, oh dang, I kind of want to save this for the recap, but
we can save it for the recap. We can save it for the recap. We can pause it right there and save it for the recap because I know where you're going.
Yep. Yep.
I know where you're going.
But
overall, good episode. It was full of some things setting up the story for the remainder of the season. Like I said, I'm not sure if we're gonna get a break next week or not. It seems like these shows are not taking breaks anymore like they used to.
Nope. And I'm going to touch on that on the recap as well. We do not get a break next week at all, but I'll touch on that more on the recap. Probably. Well, my thought process as to why we're not getting a break this season.
Okay. Well, Monet, she's moving. She's making her power play moves, so it's gonna be interesting to see how she comes out on top of all of this, and how the kids are gonna react to finding out that their father is unalive. I think Kane's gonna struggle with it the most. Him and Diana are gonna struggle with it the most.
I don't even think Kane will. I think Kane, like he said, he gave Lorenzo the heads up, like, yo, like Ma knows. So I think he's already going to put 2 and 2 together. Is to like, oh, she figured it out. It is what it is.
I do have one question. You may want to save your answer for the recap, and that's fine because I want to ask it again on the recap for the rest of the panel. Do you feel like if Lorenzo would have gotten to Monet first before she went to go see Evelyn, do you think that she would not have went through with that? Even though she was upset and she put him up out the house and told him he needed to get out of New York, I feel like that was her giving him a warning that, listen, you need to get out of here because, you're not going to make it through the night. If he had not went to the bar and got drunk and left New York, he probably would have been straight.
I don't know why I don't know why. I'm going to go back and watch again. But I thought her going to Evelyn was after.
It was before.
Oh, no. You know what? It was after Tariq.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was
after she talked with Tariq, she hauled ass over to Evelyn's place. I feel like if Lorenzo have came clean with her prior to, would she have still went over to Evelyn's place to set him up for the okie doke?
Probably so. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's interesting. It's very interesting this season how they're pulling everything together. We finally get Noma's character back this week, so it was dope to see them again pull up on Tariq and them or whatever. And now we see that Tariq is getting deeper and deeper and deeper into Norma's organization, like No Way Out deeper.
Yeah. I got that sense. I got that sense at the yard,
and he did too.
He knew immediately, like,
I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep, way too
deep. And and it was funny. I saw that, and I'll speak about it again in the recap. I saw it, and I was like, immediately, no, I'm gonna say that part for the recap of what I would have wanted to happen. But it was just funny to me doing that scene. But I'm gonna bring that up on the recap because it was a part of me doing that scene right there where I hope something would have happened that didn't happen.
All right, overall good episode. So we want y'all to come on back Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We have the full panel on. We'll do our recap, our scene by scene breakdown, what our thoughts and theories are for the next episode. And I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, so far I'm enjoying this season. I hope it keeps going the way it's going. Like I said, they've been going full throttle. I don't know, like, at this point, I'm hoping they don't take the brakes off. I hope they don't take their foot off the gas because, like, it's just going to mess everything up. But I'm enjoying the season so far. So far, they've been keeping it coming.
Yeah. All right.
So, like I said, like Retro said, we're going to see y'all on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. The whole crew do the whole recap. Like you said, subscribe, like, drop your comments below. Let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts and your feedback and everything. And we'll see y'all on Sunday.
All right, we'll be